Yeah, the latest is it's a tropical storm now. It's weakened a little bit as it passed over the Yucatan, but it's coming back out over the Gulf. Will probably re-intensify and become a hurricane again over the next few days, making landfall on the Texas coast probably sometime on Monday. So
Okay.
Houston is it's not clear, how closely it will track to Houston. More likely tracking in from the south. Probably will produce some heavier rain though.
Okay, so I mean, what should be the concern for the Houston area or just the Texas coast in general? Like, because I know flooding is really big here. So, what are the main concerns that people should be looking out for?
For the Houston area, I would say flooding. Now, if the hurricane were to track more closely to Houston, you can have power outages and things like that. So, the best thing to do is what you do prior to the hurricane season. Prepare a kit with water, non-perishable food items, gas up your vehicle, and I would say be prepared to ride out the storm. When it's really heavy rain and if there is flooding around, you just want to stay off the roadways.
Now, the Gulf is really hot, right? So, I know as it enters more into the Gulf, it's gonna, increase with the speed. And is this going to be more so like a windstorm or like a rain event?
Well, it'll have everything with it. Where it does make landfall, that's where you're going to have the greatest wind and storm surge. That's more down the coastal areas, maybe down near Matagorda Bay, but it's a little bit unclear exactly where the worst of it will be. Maybe down near Corpus Christi, someplace like that. But for places more inland like Houston, it may be more of a rainstorm. It just depends where you're at. And the other thing I want to mention, it's possible there won't be a huge impact on Houston if it does track far enough south. So there's a lot of question marks with Beryl, really.
Right. So we only have 72 hours left. I guess the predictions with the storm and where it's headed. And right now it's currently, shifting north closer and closer towards our area. I mean, what are your predictions? I guess, like, is it safe to say
Yeah.
where it's headed or could that change?
I think, our main message is to stay tuned. Stay tuned to the forecast updates. Really, anywhere along the coast could see the hurricane, anywhere really from Galveston down to Corpus. And so, you know, it could change day to day. And so be prepared for a more of a direct hit. Hopefully it will track away from your location. But the main thing is as we go through the holiday weekend to check in every day with where is that storm going, and do I need to take any sort of action? Um, that would be my best advice.
Right. And because it's a holiday weekend, a lot of people are traveling in and out of town. What would you say to those who are traveling, I guess, flying and also driving maybe to and from the Houston area? Do we have an exact like timeline they can go off of?
Yeah, good question. I think the heaviest rain looks to be Monday and Tuesday. So, try to complete your travel before then. And then, hunker down if it is really bad. It's hard to pinpoint where the heavy rain will be or where the high winds will be. It may actually be a little bit out of the Houston area. We just don't know yet. But for the most of the weekend, we should be fine as far as traveling around. It's just when we've got the peak of the storm, that's when you want to really shelter in a safe location. If it does come straight to Houston, that is.
Okay, and speaking about the weekend, because it is a holiday weekend, a lot of people may be going to the beach, Galveston Beach. What, and I know the rip currents. We have a hurricane watch along the coast, and so what would you advise for those people who are trying to head outdoors towards the beach?
Yeah, be real careful as we go through the weekend. The rip currents will become more common. If you are in the water, swim near a lifeguard. Many of the beaches have a flag system. If you see those red flags flying, it's not a good day to be in the water. But in any case, even it could be a nice sunny day, and the hurricane could be hundreds of miles away, but we can still feel the impacts of the storm this far out in terms of waves rolling in, and also rip currents. So be especially careful of rip currents. We don't always think about that as a big danger, but it really is.
All right, and then lastly, our biggest concern has been socially on social media, circulating around social media, is the comparison to Hurricane Harvey. A lot of us Houstonians have a lot of PTSD with that. They're comparing the pathway of Hurricane Beryl to Hurricane Harvey. Can you kind of emphasize on that and kind of like explain why people are saying this and what is the difference?
Yeah, no, the track is similar in some ways, coming up from the Yucatan to the Texas coast. The thing about Harvey is it pretty much stalled out and then just drifted over the area for 4 days. And, we don't quite see that with this storm. Now, it does slow down, and we do think there will be some heavy rain and maybe even some flooding with it um, in some areas, closer to the track. But it is not another Harvey, um, which was a huge storm, very slow moving, dumping record amounts of rainfall. But we do need to be wary where the storm does track. There could be some local amounts of 15 inches. Keep in mind with Harvey, we had over 40 inches in many spots. So that was really next level.
Okay, so safe to say it's not going to be Harvey, but it has the same pathway. It is going to be a rain type of storm like Harvey, because Harvey was more so rain, Ike was more so wind, right?
Right. I mean, right now we're looking at probably 5 to 10 inches of rain overall across the area as you go through the week. So not nearly that amount of rain. However, there could be a band of even maybe 15 inches. So those are the areas we'd worry about flash flooding. Will that be Houston or not? Probably not, but we need to just be careful Monday and Tuesday especially.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure, no problem. Say hello to all the meteorologists there.
Recording stopped.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let me make sure that I'm saving this. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I think a lot of people like on social are like freaking out about this like Harvey comparison. So we appreciate you taking the time out. And then we're gonna be featuring this at, I think he said 10 o'clock or so. So
Okay.
yeah. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks a lot. Say hello to everyone there.
I will. I'll let them know. Thank you so much.
Yep. Bye.
Okay. Bye.